Hi and welcome back for another video, and in this video I am doing an unboxing of Moto G5 Plus. This is the box of Moto G5 Plus. I am going to unbox every item that is present in this smartphone box. As you can see on the logo, under the logo of the Moto G5 Plus, they have printed a bird, and this bird is a macaw, and you might have seen this bird in Rio. So it is the interesting thing. And this device, the Moto G5 Plus, is actually currently the fastest selling smartphone. Yeah, it beat even the Xiaomi smartphones when it comes to the fastest selling smartphone. The price is actually not affordable for many, and it is a mid-range smartphone. And if I turn the box this side, you can see that they have printed the feathers of the macaw on that side, and it has every other detail that there should be on the box itself. You have IMEI code on the top side, which I have not turned yet. So now, as you can see, that this one is really interesting smartphone. The specification might have also been mentioned. I will take you there so slowly, and I will show you everything that's on this smartphone, and I will give you a review in this video itself. So let us go ahead and get everything started. Before going further, let us read through the specifications that has been provided to the Moto G5 Plus. As you can see, the very interesting thing about this smartphone is its size. It is a full HD display smartphone. Then you have been given 2.0 GHz octa-core processor, and you also have a 12 megapixel rapid focus camera. We have to see how rapid this camera is going to be, because mostly the cameras from the Lenovo and Motorola are not fast in focusing. This is my personal experience. I don't know if you have been through the same situations or not. So then the battery that they have provided is 3000 mAh. There are many smartphones at this price point that has more than 4000 mAh battery, but none of those smartphones has 2 GHz processor. That's very interesting to see, and you can see that they have also printed the images, the colors of the smartphone in which it is available. And looking further, we can actually decide on which color you can pick. Now let's remove the items from the box. I have already cut the seal open. I have skipped that part in this particular video, and I thought it would be better to skip that. So this is the device. This is the beauty you all have been looking for. Every key specification has been mentioned on the film that has been pasted on the device to protect it from scratches while transport and all that. You can see that they have mentioned the 12 megapixel camera thing and everything else. Now, by keeping the device on the side, let us remove the other items that are there in this box. So this is the small paper pouch thing. Let me see what's inside this paper pouch thing, and I am guessing that there would be a pin in this pouch. Well, why? Well, I have seen that in other smartphones. So yes, with the picture there, and yes, it is the pin that has been provided with the smartphone to remove the tray and insert the SIM card and SD card. I'll for time being keep it back into the pouch and keep this pouch on the side so that I can be able to remove the other items that are present in the box. And you can see every other item that's in the box. So this is the charger. It's the turbocharger, and what that means is that this charger helps you charge the smartphone very fast, but how fast it is going to charge is not known. I have to test that, and I will test that, and after the test is conducted, I can give you verdict on this turbocharger. I hope that it is fast, because the last time Lenovo gave a turbocharger with smartphone, it did not actually charge fast. Yes, there are many smartphones where they have provided fast chargers, and they are really indeed very fast. But in this case, I have to see if this one it actually performs fast or not. That has to be seen. The remaining things are the headset, the USB cable, and then you have certain books there, and I think these are all manuals, user guide, and other stuff. And yeah, you'll get to see them closely, but I'm not going to read through them, and If I focus on that, you can see that it is warranty, and then you have safety book. It is actually these are actually some formalities, and these are some paperwork. So let me keep that back in and put all the items back inside the box so that we can go further and see how the device is. The design and every other aspects has to be seen how they are. So this is your device, and as I have already mentioned, they have return key specification on the device. They have mentioned everything that requires to be known for a smartphone, and you can see turbocharger has been mentioned, and you can see 12 megapixel camera is mentioned. So as you can see, the front is beautiful, and if I turn to the back, and you can see the camera bulge over there, it's huge. And you can see that, but this is adding to the aesthetic appeal of the smartphone. Many people would not like a bulge on the camera, but it hardly bothers. How the camera performs, that is important. If I have to describe the looks of this smartphone, that is the looks of Moto G5 Plus, I can describe that in word. Only one word, and that is awesome. This smartphone is awesome in terms of looks. I know the camera is bulging out, but even then, actually this is the thing that is adding to the beauty, and I have already mentioned that it has, as you can see, the dual LED flash is also adding to the beauty. It's like two eyes popping out, and the camera, yes, of course, there is actually this bulge has been actually provided so that it feels different compared to the other smartphones, especially the other Moto smartphones. And the gray color that you are seeing here is also an interesting color, and smartphones actually look good in this color. So I have previously used a lot of gold color smartphones. I purchased gold color smartphones because they actually look good compared to the black ones, and this one is not black, this is gray, this is metallic gray, and that is interesting because black color is actually not fun to use, but gray black color, it's really interesting, and you are actually seeing that. And moving further, I will show you the other parts of the device, like the power buttons and volume buttons. I'll show you the locations of those, and you can see I'm currently zoomed in on the device, and you can see the texture of the device clearly. It's actually very smooth. It's a lot smoother, it's shiny, it's it's slippery too at the same time. Usually it won't be very difficult to handle, but as you can see, I have especially tried to zoom in on the bulge over there. So now let's move ahead and see other items. You can see here the side of the smartphone is pretty clear. There is nothing that has been placed over there, and the sides have been chamfered, and you can also see the back. So on the back we have a camera, then you have below you have LED flash, two flashes are there. So this is I'm showing this just because I have to show it. I know I have already talked about the bulge and everything, so I'm not going to mention that again this time. And you can see that on the left side of the device you have volume rockers and a power button, and that is clearly visible. It's on the left side of the device. These are volume rockers and power button. Lenovo actually always provides its power buttons and the volume rockers on the right side of the device. When you turn the device towards you, then it will be on the right side of the device, that is this side of the device, it will be present, and you can see that. This is another smartphone from Lenovo. It's Lenovo G5 Plus, and I am showing this to you because I want you to see the difference. Actually, there is none. Both these smartphones have the volume rockers and power button at the same side, and here you can see that we have 3.5 mm jack. A microphone port is there for noise cancellation, I believe, and then you have this USB port. It's a micro USB port, you have it there, and that all the three things are on the one side only. So this is the tray. where you insert the pin and remove the tray, and then you insert the SIM cards and a SD card. Sides are clear, that means the second tray is not there, and thus that means the SIM cards and the SD card fit in this one tray only. So now let's go ahead and further talk about the other things that are present on the smartphone. So let us switch to the front side again and remove this film from the top of the smartphone and do the first boot of this device, which then we can see the display of the device, and then we can also see the features and everything else that has been provided to the device. So here goes the film, and after the film you can see that this is the front screen of the device. It's very clean, and now the first boot is being done, and you can see that the smartphone is starting up and the logo is playing, and it's a beautiful logo. Then you'll see an intro. Let's see how much time it is exactly going to take in order to boot this smartphone completely. Let us skip this first boot part and directly go to talking about the display. Let's start talking about the display. So this is the display of your device. There again, with the moment you open the device, you can see that the wallpaper is of the feathers of the macaw, and that's adding to the beauty of the smartphone. In the center you have a clock. It shows you the date, it shows you the time, and it also shows you the time I shot the video too. So now I have completely set up the device. I have added network, I have added the time, I have done a lot of things, and I have also scripted that part. And this is a full HD display. You can see the sharpness. The fun of using a full HD display is completely different. You can see the display is fading. That means there is a timer. I have to remove that timer so that it stays on until I use this device. For that you have to go to the settings, and in settings you have to go to display, and when you go to display you can see that I have selected the 30-minute option. This means that for the next 30 minutes it won't disturb, it won't turn off the display, and you can see the various other settings that are present in this display screen. You can see that you can set wallpaper, and you can also select default font size. You can change the color mode and all that, and this is the settings screen. You can see there are a lot of things. So they have also provided 3 suggestions over there. So they are asking me to add fingerprint, which I won't, and then they are asking me to personalize. I think the macaw wallpaper is really good, and I don't need to change that. And yes, of course there are many other things, and when I go further you can see we have notifications, and then we have sound, then we have app, then they're also showing storage, which is 32 GB, and you out of 32 GB you have only 24 available. It's a lengthy setting screen, and in this area you can see that the location option is there, security is there, account option is there. You have a separate option for Google too. Then Motorola policy, backup and reset option is there. Then if printing is also there. So if you have a printer, a Wi-Fi printer, you can print. Then you can do a lot of things with the smartphone. And interestingly, if I see, then you have the Android Nougat 7.0, which is great to have. Let us go to this about device section. In the about device section you can see the name of the device, you can see the software channel, you can see the patch dates, baseband version, kernel version, and everything that that's either important for some others, maybe for some. Usually most people would love to see that. You can also see the build number and all that, although it is not so important to see everything else. The SAR value has been given. If you can read through, you can pause and read through that SAR value. And if I look at the system status, IP address, Wi-Fi, MAC address, Bluetooth address is all there in that. Now that we have glanced through the settings, let's go to the storage option. Let us see the amount of storage that we are getting. The internal storage here is about 32 GB, and you can see that we are getting only 24.59 GB. The rest is with the Android operating system, and it is using 7.41 GB. And the amount currently the total used is 8.12 GB, and exactly 723 MB is free in the device, right? Actually, the 723 MB is used out of 24.59 GB, and the rest is freely available for you to use. It also supports external SD card, which you can insert and expand your memory, and all that, and you can do many other things. So now I'm having a look at the battery, and this is the first smartphone that I have actually seen which was fully charged out of the box. Usually the smartphones have only 50% or 40% of battery, and in this case it has almost 100% of battery. So these are all the apps that have been installed on the Motorola Moto G5 Plus. These are just general Google applications that come with stock Android. So now that we have seen the insides of the smartphone, let us see these other things that are left. So here, this is the home button, and this is the fingerprint scanner also, and you can see that it gives the feeling that it has been installed with the screen has been installed with 2.5D Gorilla Glass, so that it feels like that. So the fingerprint is not on the back of the device, but it is on the home button, and this is that home button, and the back button and the list button are not placed on this bezel. They are separate here, like you can see, and even there is a home button even there, so you can use both this button and that button together. It takes up some space, and you have to it is just like in Windows 8 when your work is done and you have to shut down, you have to make it pop out, you have to make it transition towards you. So now you can see that I'm pretty much very close to the device. This actually helps you see the sharpness in the display. This helps you see the icon of the apps in this device. So now in fact I have been moving it, and you can see I am now closing it more, and you can see the quality of the display. You can see there is no noise on the display of this device. It is perfect display. Actually, maybe it is not 4K display, so can't say perfect, but it is full HD and a nice display. The viewing angles also are very good as far as I can understand. So this was everything that I wanted to talk about, and I will further I can give my verdict now. I think this is really interesting device. I have used a lot of devices, and they are unique in every sense of their existence. So that device some devices might be perfect compared with the Moto G5 Plus, but Moto G5 Plus holds a special status. As far as aesthetic looks are concerned, I have been repeating that a lot of time, that it is very good when it comes to looks, and when it comes to performance with 3GB and 4GB of RAM, this smartphone is very fast. The 2.0 GHz processor that is provided to this smartphone is adding to the speed and experience of this smartphone. And if I look there is actually no need to look further, and I think most of you just want to see how the device looks like before making the purchase. Of course, as far as I can see, I don't think there is any problem that is there in this device. This device is perfect. I will be conducting some tests. Of course, I will be doing some speed tests, I will be doing some camera battles, then I will be doing some gaming comparisons between two devices. That will also be very interesting to see. And these were some Google apps that I just saw over here, and I'm giving one more look into the device. So this is it, guys. I think I would like to end the video here. So thanks for watching. I will meet you next time in another video. Until then, have a good day.